Rob Graziano, welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Now, you've got a big makeover this year. How much of a punt is it in terms of your customers and knowing what they want? How many big changes are there?
Well, by February of next year, 85% of the showroom and the Ford dealership will be all new or significantly updated. So it's a huge improvement or uplift of the entire portfolio product that we have.
Can you give us some examples of these sort of smart technologies?
Well, let's start with the locally produced products, the Ford Territory and the Ford Falcon. We've added a diesel powertrain to the Territory, updated the exterior as well as the interior, adding a 8-inch screen navigation system, Bluetooth technologies. So absolutely a stunning upgrade to that product. In the first 3 months of sales, been #1 in the medium SUV segment, so we've been very pleased with the early reception on the Territory.
Was it very disappointing then to see the government's cancellation of the Green Car Fund? Because that's $40 million, that's quite a lump out of your investment commitment for this big change.
Well, clearly we would have preferred for the Green Car Fund to continue on. We continue in dialogue with the government about how we move forward as an industry here in Australia.
Given that we are in a very serious situation in manufacturing in Australia, you're a great believer in how clever design and manufacturing can be done within Australia for the benefit of Australia. Is there anything needed from government to stimulate that?
Well, what I really have appreciated about what has happened in Australia to date has been that co-investment model that they had here, where the manufacturers were investing and then the government was also co-investing to bring new technology into the marketplace. And when you think about automotive manufacturing or automotive industry in Australia, we're very unique. We're only one of 13 countries around the world that can develop and produce a vehicle.
You were one of the first manufacturers this year to lay off workers. I think it was 240 and a cut in production of about 20%. Do you see any further cuts being required as a result of how tight manufacturing is at the moment?
Well, that was a very difficult decision that we had to take earlier this year. One of the principles that we've tried to apply at Ford Motor Company around the world is to match our production to demand. And that demand may change up or down in various markets, as does model mix. So,
well, but the market, since you made that announcement earlier in the year, has got a lot tougher for a lot of manufacturers. Has that changed your outlook in terms of any further job cuts that might need to be made?
Not really. At this point, what we are doing is we're in the process of rolling out our $232 million investment that we've made on the Ford Territory and the Ford Falcon. So we're very optimistic with the early results that we've had on Territory, that hopefully we're going to continue to grow with the products that we have here.
What about the other external impacts that have occurred this year? The Australian dollar, of course, must be making a difference to you because it's a lot cheaper for folk to go out and buy imported cars, isn't it?
Well, this is a very competitive market to begin with. There's over 60 brands, 360 nameplates that are available to the consumers. So from a consumer perspective, it's absolutely outstanding. And that competitiveness is what keeps all of us going every day at Ford. We think that what we have to offer from our product range, again, what we're trying to do is be best in class in terms of quality, sustainability, safety, and smart technology.
Now, there's been a very different strategy between yourselves and Holden about the small car and the way customers seem to be moving away from big cars to small cars. Originally in 2008 you were going to produce the Focus here. You decided to give that away in favour of a new version of Territory, whereas Holden has started up production of the Cruise. To what extent do you think those two strategies are going to look, with hindsight, good or bad, against each other?
Well, we have access to global products from around the world as part of the One Ford strategy, and we have the new Focus, which is on sale now, and we haven't quite had a full month of sale under our belt, but very, very positive early returns on that vehicle, and I think it represents a tremendous value for the Australian consumer when you look at the latest in terms of technology that's there, with the upgrades in terms of the powertrains that we've added, both diesel and petrol. So we think that that's the right strategy for Ford.
So it's not a shame that you didn't actually decide to produce the Focus here after all? Well,
I think we've got some terrific products with the Ford Territory and the Ford Falcon, and our ability to invest in those products and bring in technologies that customers have told us that they truly want and value in a large car. They don't have to trade off that large car now for a smaller vehicle. We can offer them that fuel efficiency with Eco LPI or EcoBoost on the Falcon, as well as the diesel on the Territory. So our desire and intent is to continue to develop vehicles here and produce vehicles here that customers want.
Rob Graziano, thank you very much for joining the program.
Thank you very much. It's good to see you.